Real estate say shit. You already know what's going on. So, like I always like to say, when you on this channel, you're gonna get the news first. And basically, Young Dolph's killers were basically apprehended. Well, not apprehended, but they were identified. And lo and behold, guess who it was? It was the people that I previously made a video on. Straight Dropp has been named as Justin Johnson. He's like another rapper in the Memphis area, and he basically is currently on the run and was identified by the U.S. Marshals as being the person behind Young Dolph's death. But before we get into that, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and let's run this shit up. So in my previous video about the topic, where the video is called Young Dolph's Killers Found, but this was actually a couple days after Young Dolph's killers were sort of put into light because of the death. It was like probably 2 days after Young Dolph died. Basically, I made a whole video about it, talking about how people on the internet were able to pin these particular rappers, JoJo Splat and Straight Dropp, with being the people that killed Young Dolph because of several reasons. One of which, they have a music video where they're actually at the abandoned house, where the getaway car that was used was found. On top of that, there's a person with the Bass Pro Shops hat, which is the same hat that one of the killers was wearing. And on top of that, in the video, they had multiple guns that look exactly identical to the guns that were used in the surveillance footage. So that was basically like the whole video that I had made. But then lo and behold, like a couple months go by, and I thought I was wrong because like I didn't hear anything. And I was like, yo, if everyone has all this information online, like why exactly aren't the police doing at least an investigation and proving it wrong, you know? But maybe that was what they were doing. And so after this incident happened, JoJo Splat, he was like super vocal and stuff on Instagram. He went on live and was talking about it. They said they didn't know who killed Dirk, but they had a smirk on their face. And like the song that I was talking about, they dropped a song basically right after called Stepped On, where I basically highlighted it in the video. But the number one thing that is the issue now is he's basically silent. Pretty sure everyone that was in those situations that was associated deleted their Instagram, because so many people flooded like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, basically just pictures of them with the car that was used in the fucking the shooting and stuff, flexing with it and everything. And basically they're the people that are gonna be the people that are ultimately responsible for getting caught, because no one else, like, even if it was word of mouth, then no one would have even known that they had gotten caught, you know? Like, if it was just like word of mouth and it was rumors and there was nothing to back it up, then it would have just been like, oh, he say, she say. Sort of like when the XXXTentacion got killed and they blamed some random rapper just because he was in the area with a gun or something. Like, it would be something like that. However, this situation is like, there were so many coincidences with, for instance, them having a music video at the house, or them having a music video at the house of the guys wearing a Bass Pro Shop hat and the fucking other guys holding an AR and an AK style pistol or whatever that was used in the shooting. Like, it's just so many coincidences that it's like, man, this kind of weird at this point. So it's just crazy to see that the cops actually took, I don't know if that's even the truth. Like, we don't even really know. Like, honestly, I don't even really know. They probably don't have any other leads besides this. But I mean, if they're going based off this information, I feel like they probably need something else that ties them exactly to the place at that certain time. And if they are able to like triangulate his phone or some shit, and they see that it was in that vicinity, then it's a wrap. I mean, just looking at it, I'd say like allegedly, like I feel like it's probably them, not gonna lie, just because it's like I've never seen so many coincidences in one type of scenario. Like, sure, like for instance, like the Bass Pro Shop situation with the fucking music video that they had, like, okay, we'll take that. That's a coincidence. That could be something totally different. But then having the same gun that was used in the fucking like actual shooting in the music video, okay, that's a coincidence. Maybe it's a popular weapon of choice by people just in the streets and in Memphis. But then having the actual car, pictures in the car, and it's everyone together, it's just like not a good look. So even if he isn't the person that killed him, like they're definitely gonna want to search him and definitely want to go and check him out and ask questions and see him, to check out his alibi and shit. But I'm guessing that he's on the run, so that's definitely not good. If he's on the run and the U.S. Marshals are announcing that they're looking for him, then it's like, man, like it's a wrap at that point. Like, even if you didn't do it, if you're on the run like that, then they're just gonna assume that you did, and they're gonna treat you even worse. I don't know if he's been apprehended yet at this point when I'm making the video, but maybe by the time you hear it, he was apprehended. All I know is it's just another example of how social media is just gonna be your downfall. How are you gonna fucking do a whole drill and get away with it basically, but then fucking the only person that gets you caught is yourself on fucking social media? Like, obviously niggas do that shit for upping a rank and do that shit for all types of different reasons, like to try to get clout and shit. But it's like, if you're actually gonna incriminate yourself on social media, it's like, man, you're doing it easy. Like, you do realize that people are gonna pick up this shit easily, and if you leave a trail of breadcrumbs that are obvious as fuck, people are gonna find that shit. And that's exactly what happened. And we don't know if that's really even the case, or if he just got caught up because they didn't have any other leads and they just saw this shit on the internet. But who the fuck knows, man? There's so many coincidences. Let me know in the comments if you think it's Straight Drop and JoJo Splat, or if you think it's some other shit. Real stay safe shit. You already know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe, run this shit up. Let's go.